Hello, welcome here. My name is Delilah. If you are new here, I am a mom to 4 beautiful little children. My oldest is 6, my youngest is 7 months. And I wanted to just bring you with me this morning. This video is not so much a morning routine as it is just kind of spending the morning together. I always strive to share content that is uplifting and encouraging and inspiring. And many of you have commented in the past that seeing what we do on a day-to-day basis is that source of encouragement and inspiration for you. So join me today and let's spend the morning together. I am 7 months postpartum, which means that I am starting slowly to get back into the routine of waking up earlier. I have my alarm set for 5 in the morning. I don't always actually wake up at that time, but I try. So my mornings now start before the kids wake up, and it's been a little while since it's been that way, and it feels really good to get back into that routine. Having that hour or two in the morning in the quiet and the peace to get my mind and heart in the right place, to get my home in the right place and ready for the day. It helps so much with the flow of our home and the way that things function, even just with my own mental health. Every morning for me first starts off with getting myself ready for the day. The first thing I do in the morning is get myself dressed. And I've done that for as long as I can remember. Without my day clothes on, I feel like I can't properly tackle the day. So I first get dressed, I get myself ready, and once that's accomplished, I always start a load of laundry. I do a load of laundry every single day. And those two things are just non-negotiable for me. I get myself ready and then I do my laundry and then I can move on with the rest of my day. Usually that looks like opening up the blinds because the sun is starting to rise earlier now, and I love that, so I'll let that light in and I'll make myself a cup of coffee. And if it's a school day, I'm gonna grab the school books, I'm gonna start looking through them just so I can mentally be prepared and ready to teach what I need to teach that day. We are starting to round up the school year. We are very close to finishing up our school books. So we are preparing and looking forward to taking a bit of a break, but also looking forward into the next year and what that will bring and preparing ourselves for that year. I really want to take the summer to just slowly and casually here and there do a little bit of schoolwork. I don't want to take the summer off completely. I found that when we did that last year, we really had a hard time getting back into the groove of things, and so I really want to just do little bits here and there to keep ourselves kind of in that mindset, but also to prepare ourselves for all that we're going to be learning in the next year. Now, because I'm not always waking up exactly at 5 a.m., I can't accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish in the morning. So I have to kind of pick and choose what I want to do. And this morning, I really wanted to sit down and spend time with the Lord and do my devotions. I would really love to get to the point where I can spend some time in the kitchen and tackle some work in the morning and do my devotions and just be really prepared for when my children wake up for the day. Speaking of, it is usually one of my youngest who wakes up first, and today it was Annabeth, so I got her up and I got her fed. It's been really interesting this 4th time around with my 4th baby. We have really no sense of routine at all. Like, I used to be very much the kind of mom who would feed my baby the second she woke up, and then I would move into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and every day kind of looked exactly the same, and we had this rigid routine. And it was kind of the same thing with my 2nd, and then with my 3rd, that routine kind of fell apart, and now with my 4th, like, it's just very go with the flow. I really just follow her lead and feed her when she's hungry, and like, we don't have a certain time that things happen every day. As the family slowly starts to wake up, I slowly start to prepare everyone for the day. So first things first was just getting Annie changed and ready, and then moving on to breakfast. Breakfast looks different every day. It really depends on what kind of groceries we have in the house. It depends on if I have bread baked or not. Sometimes I've got some fancy sourdough thing going on. Sometimes it's just a matter of cereal and milk and toast. This morning we kept it pretty simple and we just did toast and scrambled eggs. And this is a really easy one, but also really hearty and yummy. This is also one that the kids really enjoy getting involved with. Depending on who's awake at that time, whoever's in the kitchen often wants to help prepare this with me. I like to keep breakfast as simple as I can. I don't like to overcomplicate it. Sometimes I like to put in a little extra effort for something special, but I don't want to spend too much time on breakfast. But I do want to fill my belly and my children's bellies with good, hearty, wholesome foods. As I'm making breakfast, the rest of the family will slowly start to waddle out of their bedrooms and come join us at the breakfast table. By the time breakfast is made, everyone is up and ready to go. And we are now at the point where Annabeth is eating solid foods as well. So she's having some scrambled eggs today. I think I also gave her a side of one of the frozen meals that I had prepared earlier. I have a video all about the freezer prep that I did for Annabeth before she started eating solid foods. And we've been going through that pretty fast. It took her a little bit, but now she's really enjoying solid foods and experimenting and exploring. And she gets super dirty, and so instead of wiping her down most of the time, I will just bring her right to the sink and wash her down that way. After breakfast, it is cleanup time. Now, sometimes we get the kids involved in doing this, and one kid will do the dishwasher, the other kid will clear the table, and we'll just get everyone involved. Or sometimes, because I do laundry in the morning, they'll have a load of laundry to put away, and they are responsible for putting their own laundry away. So if they're not helping me clean up the kitchen, they're usually getting themselves ready for the day and putting away their laundry. Today was that laundry day, and so they were off doing that while I tidied everything up. After every meal, I like to get the kitchen clean. Not necessarily spotless, but pretty clean, because we do homeschool in this room. Lots of stuff takes place in this room. This is just a very high traffic space, and I find a lot of the times I hardly even leave the kitchen. I'm here all day long just doing all kinds of stuff. And so having a clean space is really important to me, and I find that just taking 10 minutes here and there and not allowing things to pile up is the easiest way to do that. The oldest three can pretty much take care of themselves and getting themselves ready for the day, but obviously Annabeth is not capable of doing that yet. So after the kitchen is clean, I take her and get her ready for the day, and at this point the kids are usually playing. They'll be in the playroom or they'll be outside, and I start to prepare school. I like to start school anywhere between 9 and 10. We're very casual about it. We don't have a certain time that we like to start by, but generally I like to start sooner than later. But if the kids are having a really fun time playing, I don't like to interrupt them. So if I have some other tasks to take care of, I will take care of that until they're kind of done playing before we move on to school. Today was one of those days, and so I got started on making some sourdough bagels. I had fed my starter the night before and I wanted to use it to make something. They definitely did not turn out. I, for some reason, have been having a really hard time making bagels lately, and so I'm working on perfecting this recipe. Annie's nap is usually around 10 o'clock, sometimes sooner, sometimes later, and that's usually our cue to start school for the morning. I like to be able to put her down first so that I can put all my focus and all my energy toward my older 3 kids. That way I'm not distracted and things just flow smoother. It's kind of funny watching this back now because it's a week later and the snow is gone. It melted so fast. But yes, once Annabeth is down for a nap is usually when we start school. I like to keep it fun and interesting. I don't like to just do book work. We like to read books and we like to play games. Today we were playing Hangman, which has been one of our favorite games lately. Sometimes I'll let them teach me. Sometimes we'll just run around and do stuff outside. We'll do puzzles, but whatever we do, we usually do it for a couple of hours in the morning, and that's usually all the time that we need, and then school is done for the day. Usually Annie sleeps through most of school, which is really nice. Once school is done, that's when she wakes up. My load of laundry was dry now, so I pulled that out of the dryer, and I try my very best to get laundry folded and put away the same day that I started it, but that does not always happen. That is another thing I really want to work into my routine. Like, starting the laundry is so much a part of my routine. I feel like my day can't start properly if I don't do that. And I want to get to that same point with folding and putting away said laundry. Here we are changing yet another diaper and then taking some time just to cuddle, goof around, and play and spend some time together. And just like that, the morning is over. The morning is definitely my most productive time of the day. It is a time of day that I feel like I have the most energy and the most motivation to get things done. And even though I wake up early in the morning, I feel like they just go by so fast. We're already moving on to lunch, and for lunch we usually do some kind of leftover. Breakfast is usually pretty simple and basic. Lunch is usually leftovers or like cleaning out the fridge, snack plates, that kind of thing. And then for supper, that's when I get more creative and I do more cooking. So now we're just warming something up. The kids are helping out with that. The kids get involved in a lot of the stuff that I do, and I think that's really cool and really sweet. Anyway, that is the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.